All right, all right, all right. Let's see here. Boom. All right. Like that. See, we're up. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right. Hopefully everybody can hear me. So everybody comes on. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me. See a couple people in here. Woo, woo, woo. So, how's everybody doing? Got another minute before people start coming in because I said it was going to be at 7:45. We got 7:44, so made a little minute early. So, get my drink. I'll scoot you guys over here for a minute. There we go. Boom, boom. So, I can hear you. Good. Thank you. Thank you. How you doing, Brian? Did you get me? Yes, I did. Yep. I haven't responded to because I was driving when I got it, and then I forgot to respond to it. But I think it was about the transmission. Just got a KE. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. KEs are good. KEs are good. Yeah, Brian, you're going to love that transmission in that. I can't wait to do that for you. What do you call it? In fact, why I got you here? We got only a few on here. Let's see here. Let's boom, boom, boom. Where is it? There we go. Transmission is heading your way. Should be there by the 25th or 28th. All right, awesome. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. That's going to be a fun upgrade on that motor. And in fact, I'm going to be doing the one when I do my the GT, what do you call it, the 80. I'm going to be putting the one that I have in mine. So that's going to work out pretty good. So it's going to be pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. So hope everybody is doing wonderful. It has been a crazy couple weeks. I just started working again back at the old place I used to work. So things have been kind of crazy, trying to get caught up with everything. But work is good. Always good to be back at work. So I'm very happy to be working again. Thank you, Lord. And we're going to be cranking out some videos this weekend. We have a whole bunch of stuff coming up, and we're going to have a lot of longer videos. So I apologize for the length of them, but we have a lot of stuff to get done. I am still having a problem with parts, getting parts. So, I mean, that's right across the board. Just how the part thing has been. So, but we're working on the what do you call it, the Robert's bike. That's what we're working on this weekend, and we're going to get a lot of that done. I want to get the wheels and stuff back onto it, get that tied up, get the finish off the back, and then we can go out there, start on the front, and then kind of collaborate the bike right in the middle. So we have that. Going to be doing a lot of little stuff to get some big jobs that are almost complete done, because we're coming up on winter, and you can't even get to my tent right now. There is so much equipment out there. So with that, it makes me delay a little bit. But unless you guys want videos on small engine repair and building things, because there's a lot of that content. I could do a whole channel on that. But the channel is more based around, dirt bikes and stuff. Every now and then I throw one of those type of videos in, but if it's something I feel is interesting. I get a lot of questions. What do I do for a living? What do I do for work? I'm a small engine mechanic. I do mostly two-strokes. A two-stroke expert, as you guys know. And I tune them, build them, repair them, and sell them. And that's what we do. Husqvarna is one of the brands. Steel, what do you call it there? Shindawa, all those brands. I work on them all. Echo, Red Max, all those. So there's a lot of equipment that I work on a day-to-day, diagnosing. Yeah, quickly. Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
Hi everybody.
Well, you can't even see you. Come on, get in the.
I'm gonna hit the subscribe.
Oh, you just drooled all over me, dude. All right, go. Yuck. So yeah, so we do. I do a lot of repairs on a lot of stuff, and it's been really, really crazy. I do it obviously at the place I work, but I also do a lot of it at home. And between the two of them, getting these things built and fixed up, I'm building a riding lawnmower with a snowblower attachment on it right now, and it had a Kohler engine, and I'm putting a British Stratton V twin 21 horse on it. All right, cool. Yeah, I'll start integrating some of that in there, Tyler. It's a great thing. I mean, it helps out a lot of people. A lot of the stuff that I do is how do I put it? Like this is going to be, for instance, the machine I'm working on right now, the Cub Cadet. It actually had a Kohler engine, and I'm converting it over to Briggs and Stratton, and it's going from a single cylinder to a V twin, just for the torque. Like a lot of people ask me, Kevin, what's the difference between a single cylinder 20 horsepower and a V twin 20 horsepower torque? You can have 20 horsepower is 20 horsepower, but when you add a second piston and it's coming at it, the torque, the strength of the engine greatly increases. So that's one of the benefits to having a V twin as opposed to a single. So that's one of the things I'm working on there. So I just got the donor engine in today, and I got to do head gaskets to it and all that. So that'd be a pretty cool thing. Let's see what else is going on. Not a whole lot really. The last video you guys saw, we got the Elsinore. Hi Frank. We got the Frank in Las Vegas. Nice, Las Vegas. I got the Elsinore motor off the frame. Got that all taken apart, and moved back to where it's going to go for the winter, the remainder of the winter. And then today, I ordered the engine case and transmission for that. So those are. I'm not really sure what you mean. Those are the ones. Yeah, this what do you call it there? No, they didn't use it on a steam cleaner. This is a vertical shaft, so the shaft goes straight down. You're thinking of the horizontal. One of the cool things about, excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. One of the cool things about what I do is the mechanical ability to be able to take a machine that's deemed junk and bring it back from the brink of death or scrap and use it, for an actual purpose. Yeah, the V twin. Yep, they use the V twins. They come in vertical and horizontal shaft. Yep. So it's pretty cool. One of the cool things about them is you can literally take junk, bring it back, and use it for yourself. And oftentimes, they're free. So I was able to get the ride lawnmower for free. I got the snowblower attachment for free. And I got a lot of the parts and pieces for free. And I'm going to have to buy the engine, which came with a free lawnmower, riding lawnmower, which is nice. So now I have a lot of the parts and pieces I need. I can put together. And what is wrong with the lawnmower? Why did they junk it? So now I got to diagnose the engine, head gaskets. It needs head gaskets. I can hear it popping when you crank it. It's like bang, bang, bang. And you can hear it. Okay, no problem. We'll throw some head gaskets in it, do a head gasket job. And next thing you know, I got a nice running V-twin 21 horsepower because someone didn't want to put the money into fixing the motor. I could do it labor free. So, and end up with a really nice riding lawnmower. It'll never have a mower deck on it. I took that off. It's only going to be used for snow. 42-inch mower, what do you call it there? Snowblower. So it's going to work out pretty good. Back on the bikes. So this weekend, I want to concentrate specifically on the DT400 Roberts bike. We have a lot to do to that bike, and I want to get that thing knocked out, get a lot of it done, and get it, it ain't going to be done this weekend, but it will get a lot of it done because I need to get that off the lift, and it needs to be finished up. And then we're gonna bounce backwards to Alvin's bike and finish that off. I'm still waiting for the air cleaner. Can you believe it, guys? I'm still waiting for the darn air filter. I'm going to say a bad word. The damn air filter for that thing. It's been crazy. And I've gotten other air filters I've ordered from the same place, and they've come in. So I don't know what the heck's going on. I called them, blah, blah, blah. So once we get that done, that can get out of here. And then Albert can have his bike back. We have a bike that you saw in the sneak previews when I was doing the Elsinore video is a Suzuki. And yeah, it's a pretty sweet bike, and we're gonna have to do some serious work to that. So there's gonna be a lot of video, a lot of content coming up your way. It has been crazy. And guys, 7,000 subscribers. Thank you. Thank you for all your support. I'm gonna say that again later on in the video, but thank you. 7,000 subscribers. And it has been just unbelievable. To be honest with you, I didn't think this channel was going to take off when I did it. You guys already heard the story. I'm not going to keep saying it, beating a dead horse. But thank you. It's been crazy. We have met some wonderful people along the way, and it has been unprecedented. It has just been mind-blowing that we hit 7,000. And when I checked it, when I got home from work, it was 7,014, and now 7,015. And it's just been crazy. It's just been unbelievable. So thank you for all your support. Let's see, Marcus. I tried to unstick the clutch trick and still stuck. What do I do? You have to tear that cover off, and you have to physically take the clutch out and manually separate it. And at that point, I would replace it. You're going to need your clutch. You're going to need the gasket that holds that cover on. And that, unfortunately, is the only way to do that. Unsticking the clutch, I have the method that I showed for a lightly stuck clutch where you put the front wheel up against the tire, rev it up, drop it in the gear, hold the clutch in and drop it in again. And oftentimes that unsticks them. But if yours didn't do that, then you're going to have to replace the clutch. But and they do stick. They stick together because of the fabric that they are. It must have bonded itself really good to the steel plates. At that point, throw away the whole clutch and get a new one. Yeah, that's typically what happens. People, that's really a 50-50 shot. That's kind of your Hail Mary pass. If it works, wonderful. Ride the piss out of the bike if it does. But that little green bike that I did the video, I don't own that bike no more. I have gotten rid of that bike. I should have kicked myself in the butt for getting rid of it. That was a good bike, but I sold it. So that bike right there, the clutch used to stick on that pretty regularly because I didn't use it all that often, and the clutch was worn. So whoever owns it now, I'm sure had to do a clutch to it. But yeah, you put the front wheel up against there, you hold the clutch in, throttle it up, dump it in the gear, and that sudden torque typically breaks it free. But if it doesn't, don't keep doing it because you can ruin your rim, you can ruin your sprockets, you can ruin the clutch basket. So you only want to do that like 1 to 2 times. After that, stop. Your clutch is too far gone, replace it. And they're really not that bad of a job to replace. So, and I have tutorials on that. Sorry guys, I'm tired. I've been working like a dog. It's been nuts. So it's my KD80. How much costs for the bike? The bike on a KD80, that really, like all bikes, it depends on condition and how worn out it is. I mean, if the bike is the seat's nice, the tank is nice, it's clean on the inside, a couple little dents are okay, but it's got the side cover, the fenders, and tires are good. I mean, they can bring anywhere between 8 to 1,100, I would say. If the bike, see, the thing is with the KD80s that we do on the channel is the bike's not necessarily a top end bike, but it's a vintage bike. So what's going to happen with that bike as it gets rarer and rarer, it's going to increase in value. So it's one of those type of things where I would hold on to it. I wouldn't sell it. I would put a clutch in it because the clutches on those things are stupid easy. I mean, they are simple. And you can look at my KE100 videos, and it's all right there. So, I'm saying, for the clutch. They have literally on eBay, they have a clutch. I think it's like $18. It's actually a pretty decent clutch. I have one on one of my bikes. I think it's in my, I think it's in the KM, my KM100. But the KD80, the KD100, the MC1, the KE100, the KM100, the G3SS, they all take the same clutch. So, if you can't find it for the KD80, which that's part of the problem right now, is sometimes the parts aren't available for that particular bike. You have to go to a sister bike to find the part, and those would be the sisters to that bike. But a Barnett clutch is by far the best. So if you're gonna front the money and you want a nice clutch, you can get that. They're even make a performance spring kit that gives a lot more. They're taller springs, more power, more to grip, and the clutch is more like a competition clutch when you do that, when you put those springs in there. If you bought a cheap clutch, maybe like a $20 clutch, and you put those Barnett springs in there, that cheap clutch now becomes a competition clutch. It's just, what, buddy?
I'm taking a 20-minute break.
Okay. All right, I'm doing my check. That's fine. Go ahead, go do it. Yep. So yeah, I mean, you can get a lot of power, gription with with good springs and a good clutch. If you can afford the good clutch, go with the good clutch. If you're looking just to get, you don't ride the bike a lot and you don't really, you're not really invested in the bike like I am on my KD80, then I would definitely go with a cheaper one. My KD80 actually has the original clutch. Excuse me. Has the original clutch, and the stack cover has not been off. So on that motor, but it wasn't. There's not much abuse on that bike. That bike, that's one that I converted over to CDI ignition. I've been getting a lot of questions on parts. I do not sell parts. Someone was in the forum and was saying, "Hey, Kevin sells parts." I do not sell parts. Don't. I have parts. I don't sell them. I keep them for builds, and my the CDI ignitions and stuff like that. I'm still working on building a CDI for you guys. I'm still working on that, and a little update on the shirts. I'm going to be doing that pretty soon. I have found a company who can do the shirts for a reasonable price, and so we're going to be doing that pretty soon too. So we're going to have some shirts, and if the shirts take off, then I'm going to do hats and hoodies, and we'll see what else we can do. And of course, we're going to do something for the ladies as well. So we want to make sure that we cover everybody because this channel has grown unbelievable, and I really can I can't even keep up with it. I might need an apprentice, because it's really becoming something. And in my wildest dreams, I would not have thought, once again, 7,000 subscribers. It's been crazy. So, and that's because you guys, and we've been talking back and forth. I've talked with many of you guys on the phone. I've talked with many of you guys through email, text, Facebook, Instagram, all over the place. So, we have a community here. We have a family, and that's what makes this. So when I say we, I mean you guys included, because without you guys, there is no channel. And no matter how much content I put out, without you guys, this is nothing. This is just videos on YouTube. You know what I mean? And that's why the live chat is so important to me, because I get to interact with you guys, and you guys get to ask questions, and I can, give you guys some answers, and we can go back and forth. So it means a lot to me to be able to do this. Excuse me. I wish that I could do it more. It's just time, and just trying to keep up with everything. And I work a lot of hours. I mean, you get your 40 plus at work, and then I work another like 30 at home. And it's been crazy. And doing the YouTube thing, YouTube doesn't pay us hardly anything. Okay, we literally we when you have to have millions of subscribers to make a decent pay on YouTube. So for me, this ain't about the money. This is about getting out there, helping you guys with your bikes, because ultimately we're saving bikes. We're saving bikes from the scrap guys. We're saving bikes from the shredder, the crusher, all that type of stuff. And we're bringing these old dogs back, and that's what we want to do. 123 AC piston on a dirt bike. I actually have a video on that on a KM100. I did that on a blue. I think it was a 76, something like that, 75, something like that. On how to free up a cease piston on that. So not too bad. And Dale just did a video on that too. So if you go over to Dale Swagger, he's got one on his channel as well. He just did the same thing. Once they're unseized, you're going to have to replace them. And you might need some other work in there. But yeah, definitely get over there and do that. Dale's channel's been growing too. So thank you guys for getting over there and subscribing to his channel as well. While we're here, let's take a look at Dale's channel. See what we got. Boom. I'm just curious to see how well he's doing, because I know he's been doing great. Got a lot of great content coming up, and has been coming out. So he's really got a killer channel here. Let's see what Dale's up to. Dale is up to 429 subscribers. That's awesome. That is awesome. So thank you guys for getting over there and hitting that subscribe button on his channel. He's a great guy and does great work, and he deserves all the subscribers that we can give him. So definitely get over there if you haven't. Dale Swagger on YouTube. He does restoration stuff. I do a lot of repair stuff. He does restoration, and he also does repairs. While he's doing that, so you can see how it goes together and stuff. And does a knockout job. He's got a killer garage and everything else. So he's been doing it for a while. Give him a thumbs up. Yeah, he is. He's a nice gentleman. Frank, he's a great guy. And when someone does great work, they deserve to be recognized. And that's why on this platform, I don't do that with a lot of YouTubers. I have Harvey Spooner and Dale. Harvey Spooner mentored me when I was coming up on this, and it's been really awesome to be able to give back by doing that to Dale. Give him the support that he needs. And he's been a great friend of the channels. And he's been right up there with me. So very, very important. Get over there, give him a thumbs up, say hi, and it's awesome. So we have some great stuff. We're like I said, it's going to be a crazy weekend this weekend. Going to be some longer videos. I'm going to be tired. I do apologize in advance, but we have some stuff coming up this weekend, and we have a plethora of it. So, we have. Like I said, I want to concentrate on the DT400 and see what it is. Harvey Spooner, he's awesome. Harvey Spooner and I had a four-wheeler at my old house when I was moving, and it was one that I wasn't going to do anything with. I was going to put it together at one point, and then I had no interest in this Kodiak, and it just wasn't my thing. So the bike needed work. I knew that he had bikes and he could put together and stuff like that. I'm like, if he wants it and he comes down, because oftentimes he comes and visits Musty One. I said, if you want it, when you come down to visit Musty One, swing up and you can pick it up. It's yours. Oh, okay. So he did. And he hung out, and I gave him some stuff that I had that I wasn't going to do anything with. And the friendship began. and then trade him back and forth. I did his KD80, and what do you call it there? And then he hooked me up with a couple bikes. I needed a set of gauges and from a MB5 for my KE102 build that we still have to do. And he says, well, I can't give you the gauges, but I can give you the entire bike with the gauges. So I was over the moon. I went to New York, picked it up, and came back home. And that's how it's been, shuffling back and forth, giving each other things, bartering system, trading. I just traded him a what do you call it there? My DR field and brush mower with a snowblower attachment that I used last year, and that's a little overkill for what I got here. But Harvey's got that big long driveway. He rides his bikes up and down. It'd be perfect for him. Big heavy duty snowblower, and that has a 20 horsepower on too. So you'll be seeing some videos on that. I went through the whole thing, tuned it all up, built it all up, and new tires and everything else. And we ended up trading for that CT70 that I have. And that was a silver tag. So that came from Harvey Spooner, which we're going to have to be redoing as well. That one is going to be restored. So I might actually talk to Dale and see if Dale would mind doing that frame for me. That would be pretty cool. Kind of like I did for Harvey Spooner when he sent me one of his bikes. I might do that to him. See if he'd be interested. I'm going to do that. So if he can do the paint and all that, because I don't paint. I am not a painter, period. That'd be good. So, yeah, that wouldn't be a bad thing. So I'll do that. I'll ask him. So, yeah, that'd be fun. Wow, we have got some serious stuff going on. So I'm trying to get the sheds and everything else. I got to replace my canopy on my my tent because it's starting to poke through. So next month I'll be making the jump to get a new canopy for the tent. So we'll probably be doing a video on that. Just that lasted a year. I'm actually going to leave the one that's on there and go up over it. So, might have to build a garage. I think that's the way it's going to end up. So I got to see if I can get permits and stuff to do that. But yeah, that might be something to think about in the future. Building a garage out back there, roughly about the same size. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Can't be fine. So, what are you guys working on? What's going on? What's new? What's new and exciting? Has anybody done any cool projects? No, nothing's going on here, buddy.
I was curious. I think it was the fan.
All right, good. I'm what do you call it there? So I've been working on riding lawnmower tractors. I'm gonna tell you about this John Deere 445. It has 4-wheel steering, all hydraulic, Kawasaki V-twin. It's 22 horsepower, liquid cooled. This thing's a monster, and it's on liquid filled motor mounts. So even when the engine jogs, you can't even feel this thing run. You can't even feel this engine start up. That didn't come with that factory. They put those on there. It's literally a liquid-filled motor mount, and it just takes all the vibration away. So it's pretty cool. So we got let's see what else we got. Oh, how do you guys like what do you call it there? Doing the live chat on a Thursday? That was the other question I had. I know I do a lot of the two-stroke Tuesdays, and I wanted to see if anybody liked the what do you call it there? The Thursdays, because that was a big thing. That was one of my questions for you guys. So I wanted to touch base with that. Oh, my wife just got home. Man, so we got. Let's see what else we got. We have the Alvin's 125 bike. We got to put the airbox together on and cover over the carburetor. and adjust that. We're going to be doing a video on carburetor adjustment this weekend. I want to get that thing adjusted and tuned. We have, cool, thank you. We have, let's see, what else we can do. Mostly working on the DT400 because I got to get that thing finished off. At least get it mostly done. On there. Hold on 1 second. I got a dog, and he is roughing. Really. Oh. Can I have some help, please?
Bear.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Whole thing is all shaking. Anyway, so I want to get that thing buttoned up around, around the case. Laura, there's a couple of slices in the thing for you in the microwave. So that right there would mean that you have a float out of adjustment, or your needle and seat is worn out. So what happens is on the tip of the needle, instead of being at a straight point like this, it might be cocked to one side, or you'll notice there'll be, if you look through it like, you can use your cell phone, use the camera pot and blow it up. When you're looking at the tip, there'll be a ring around it. That ring wears a groove into it. And when the point goes up into the seat, it leaks the fuel right around where that ring is because it doesn't seal. And so you'd have to replace the needle and seat and and adjust the float, and that will take care of that. So that's a very common problem on an older bike, especially the Kawasaki's use their metal, so steel into brass. That can do that a lot, or even the steel into steel. I mean, you have to figure that float goes up and down, adjust, the float level as the engine revs up, the float level drops, lets more fuel in, then it has to shut itself off. And then when it does that, that's typically when it just keeps pounding itself into it and then wears itself out. So that's the needle and seat is actually a valve. It's an on-off valve for fuel. So a very common thing to have happen. And the reason why, when that leaks, even with the float all the way up to the top, even if it's pushing on the seat, the needle is pushing on the seat, it can't seal. So it just leaks right around it. So not that big of a job to do, but you definitely want to make sure you do that, because if you don't do that, it's going to keep leaking, and it can also build up inside the carburetor area, and then if it backfires, it can blow a cover off. I have not seen it blow a cover off a KDE, but I have seen it blow an airbox off of off of a Suzuki. Yeah, bad gas is what wears them out. Bad gas would wear them out. Or check it. If it's nice and clean, you might just have varnish on it, built up a varnish. And that could also do it. But typically, what I see is on an older bike, if it's got bad gas in it too, you'll see a ring around the tip. So when it goes around the point on top of the needle, there'll be a groove around it, like a wear mark. And then you're going to want to make sure you replace it. Don't try cleaning it or nothing like that. Just replace it. Because if it leaked, that's it. It's going to do it. It's going to continue. It's not going to stop. It is a very common thing. I have a whole box of carburetors that do the exact same thing. And as I need them, I grab a carburetor, I put a new needle in the seat, and go that way. Carburetor kits are getting harder to find for the bikes. I mean, it's the way it is. eBay, Partzilla. I wish someone had like a custom place where they could make these type of things, because they're crazy. I'm actually looking into seeing what small engine needle and seats would fit in them, because the ones with the neoprene tip would be the better ones. Instead of a steel tip, having a rubber tip would be a better one than the steel, because the steels always leak, and the neoprene ones, They don't leak, but they get stuck. So you kind of have to figure out which one you want. So the neoprene ones, like in your case with the bad gas would make it tacky, and then when it goes up, it sticks, and then the float drops down, but it stays up there. So that could be a problem. Let's see. Oh, I'm trying to think. Oh, it's been crazy. It's been a rough couple of weeks. I'll tell you that. What was some of the other stuff? My personal bikes are all put away for the winter. I'm not doing anything with them this year. I am going to do something with the mini bike, the what do you call it there? The Coleman. We're going to put a Predator engine on that and do that motor up and probably do a jet kit with that. But nothing crazy. Oh, and we're changing over to the torque converter transmission. I never even heard of Gasket King, so that's pretty cool. Have to check them out. That's a good tip. Have to check them out, because if you can get gaskets from a gasket place, that would be the best way to go. We are working on a deal with a sponsored video, so that will be good. As soon as I hear back from them, that will be cool. We got a lot of stuff actually coming up. We just have to get to that point. So a lot of stuff. Like I said, it's been crazy. I just wanted to do a live chat and see what you guys are up to and how everybody was doing. I know a lot of people have been texting me, Kevin, where have you been? What's going on? And it's literally, guys, it's that time of year. It's just crazy. So just like last year, I'm a one-man show, so it has been nuts. It's been nuts. So I'm trying to get out there. It's just life stuff has been absolutely crazy, slapping me around like crazy, working my niece and all this other stuff. It's just been crazy. So hang in there with me. We have a lot of stuff coming up. So, and just trying to think. What was there? We have I'm drawing a blank. We have so many bikes, so many things. The Suzuki. I have a first look video for you guys. I have to upload, and it has been just very, very busy. And then come spring, I'm not taking in any more bikes. I'm shutting it off because I have enough content to do on my own bikes, and then I'm going to just be focusing on building the bikes that I have, and then the KE 102. And then when that bike is done, then I'll take on more. But we have Mike's bike. Got to get his bike done, his KE 100. We have Brian's bike we're doing this winter, before the winter, but, into the fall, into winter, building his bike up. He's sending me up a transmission for his. We're going to go from a 4-speed to a 5-speed, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, you can do stuff like that. You can do crazy stuff with these bikes. You just have to know what parts work and what bike. And that's where the experience comes in. That's what I offer you guys, and I teach you guys, which is pretty cool. So, man, wow, what a day. What a week. It has been nuts. So I know I keep saying that. I can't help it. I can't even believe tomorrow is Friday. Just can't. I'm so grateful. I'm so tired. I have been working like crazy, and it's just been nuts. So, and we have some pretty cool stuff. I can't even tell you guys about some top secret stuff, but you guys will be seeing pretty soon. We're gonna be doing some cool stuff. Now that we hit 7,000, this has been literally. I can't even wrap my head around this. Really, I just can't. I'm so grateful for you guys. That has been great. And I know you guys have gotten a lot of education out of this channel. And I've helped you guys fix many, many bikes. But it's because of you guys and the support that this channel's been getting. It's been crazy. It's really been nuts. I got, let's see here. Oh, man. Like I said, over a million views. I wanted to see this here. I want to talk to you guys about this. This has been, let's see, a second. Boom, 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 boom. 1,446,096 views. That is crazy. I can't even imagine that. I didn't think this was going to happen. And the bikes that we're doing, a lot of them aren't like the KD, the KM, and the KH, yeah, the KE. They're not all that popular bikes, but there is a following, and we're it. And I can't tell you how many people, in the forums say, "Hey, Kevin, help me fix my bike," and blah blah blah. And that's awesome to me. One of the coolest things that's happened to me yet on this channel is there was a school who used my videos to teach a classroom. They picked up a junk bike and was able to use my videos in a classroom to teach their class to fix their bikes. That bike. That was pretty cool. That was the best email I've ever gotten. So, thumbs up to that. We're doing good with that. That was pretty cool. And we just have a lot of, just a lot of cool folks building bikes and want to get out there and learn. And these bikes have been left to them. They come from all over the place. People find them in barns, garages, sheds, out in back of sheds, out in back of barns, out in back of houses. I mean, I got my KM in a basement. Some people have gotten bikes out of an attic. I mean, who puts a bike up in an attic? But they do. I mean, they came from lofts. I mean, the stories that I get, like you wouldn't believe where I found this bike. They text me pictures. It has been crazy. I mean, these bikes are in the woodwork. Garage sales, finds all over the place. Roughly will take me to do a clutch. To do a clutch realistically, you got to figure your time to have lunch and all that other stuff. You can do one in a few hours. I mean, they're really not that bad. If you watch the Aaron video setup, I did a clutch on his bike, and I literally just laid the bike over on a milk crate, and not on the tank, but on the engine. Laid it on its. So if you're sitting on the bike on the left side, so the right side's up, and then you can get to that whole thing. You don't have to take the motor off the frame. You don't have to undo the exhaust. You're basically just undoing your carb cover. You're taking your carburetor off, your oil pump cover, your oil pump, your kickstarter, and your peg. You want to remove that peg on that side. And then all the cover bolts, that comes off. And then you're exposed to your clutch. The clutch is right there. You can undo your 6 bolts, take that cover off, rip the clutch out, throw it away, slide your new ones in, get them all in there, put that back on there, put your springs on, your 6 bolts, you torque it to 6 pounds, 6 foot-pounds. After you torque it to 6 foot-pounds, all 6 of those bolts, put new gasket, new cover, put the cover back on, put all your screws back in it, and boom. You will have to take the rotary valve out too. I'm sorry about that. You'll have to remove. No, you don't have to remove the rotary valve. Just the cover for the clutch cover, and then it's all exposed. You don't have to remove your. I don't know why I said that. I did a bazillion of these things, but I mean the clutch cover really. Once you take that off, it's really really simple. It's It sounds intimidating, but here's the good thing. Get yourself a pizza. Yep. Do it in the afternoon. Here's why. Order yourself a pizza for lunch. Okay? You get your pizza, you get your soda, you're relaxing. Okay? Enjoy your pizza, indulge. Then you're going to take the pizza box and you're going to draw out that side cover, the clutch cover, and then each one of the bolt holes, you're going to poke through with a Phillips screwdriver. Poke, 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 poke. And then as you take the bolts out, you put them in their holes where they go because there are different lengths. Then, once you get all the screws out and they're all into the pizza box, Put the pizza box in a safe place, like in the trunk of a car that you're not using. Put it in there. Then remove your cover, clean up your gasket surfaces, really clean. Then undo your clutch, slide your new one in, torque it down 6 foot-pounds, put the cover back on, the new gasket, boom. It's really not that bad. I can do one in about 30 minutes. But if you have never done one, take your time, and I'll tell you this: use your cell phone. This is a very valuable tool. If you're working on a bike, this is the one. Anything. If you're working on anything, an appliance, a TV, computer, whatever you're working on that you've never taken apart before, you can literally use your camera, take pictures of before and how everything comes apart, or you can pretend you're making a YouTube video. Literally, do it. Put it in a stand. Get a stand. Put that on there. Okay, we're going to be doing a clutch. Here's what you got to do. We're going to start removing this carburetor cover, and we're going to put the screws back in it so we don't lose it. Put it off to the side. We're going to undo the oil pump cover. And literally just talk yourself through it. And then you have my videos as a reference, or any questions you may have that come up. Feel free to ask them. I do respond. Take pictures, take video, whatever you want to do, and then only take apart what you need to take apart. Do not take the cover off with your oil pump on it. Always remove your oil pump. You're going to have to bleed that when you're done, okay, because that's going to get air in it. That's okay. But take it off, because if you leave it on and then you put that cover back on and that oil pump drive had moved, which always does, and you tighten down that cover, you will break that oil pump right off that motor. Great. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, that's exactly it. You can pause it. You can start it again. You can go back. You can ask questions. You can text me if you had to. I'm there. You know what I mean? I'm your wing guy. You got this. We've got the videos. You've seen how it's done. Just watch them. That's what you can do. You can watch them in the morning. Watch the video in the morning. Order your pizza in the lunch. For lunchtime. Get yourself that pizza. You earned it. Okay, you're going to go into this. You got this, and literally, you're going to be all right. It's just simple. It sounds simple. It looks simple the way I do it, and it really is. Just the thing is, don't rush. Don't rush. Get yourself a number 3 Phillips screwdriver. Get that impact driver that I show in the videos, or you can use the if you have an impact driver, like a screw gun, like I have. That would be the best way. But if you don't, you can use that one you hit the hammer and shocks them all loose. You're going to need that. Other than that, there's no specialty tools. So that's a good thing. Oh, you might need if you're going to take the center out of the clutch, you'll need that. But you can leave that right on there. Just undo the spring thing, take that top off. Leave the clutch right, like the basket, right on the motor. Don't even take it off. You don't even need to. Slide them out. Slide the new ones in. Boom. And just when you take them apart, take a picture of the order they came in. So what I like to do with my clutch, if you're going to do like, say I'm doing one for the first time and I haven't seen it before, I take the clutch out and then I spread it out so it looks like lined up like cheese. And then I take a picture of it, and then I can say, hey, you know what? Okay, how'd that go together? Boom, look on my phone. Oh, yeah, that's how it goes, like that. Best way to do it, your phone can be your best friend. Okay, seriously, pretend you're making a YouTube video, take pictures, and talk yourself. Okay, and if you have something specific, when you're talking to yourself, making your YouTube videos, okay, or just a video, you will be able to know the direction for which it came, the way it came in, or came apart. So that's a good thing.
Stop. No.
Trying to think what else. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. Order your stuff prior to taking it apart. Order, get your clutch coming in, get your gasket. Because the reason why I say this, a lot of times we take things apart. Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Come on, Bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not gonna listen. When you take them apart, you don't want to leave it opened up for long periods of time because then you risk the fact of getting dirt, dust, all kinds of stuff in there. So get the parts coming, get your gasket coming, get your what you call clutch coming, get them soaked in the oil. Do that in the morning. They don't have to soak overnight. People say, "Oh, you got to soak them for 24 hours." You don't need to soak them. You want to soak them in your oil, but you don't want to soak them in there for 20. You don't need to. You can soak them in there for a couple hours. Basically, all of what it is to get the oil impregnated into the material. These are not motocross bikes. They're going to be in oil for many, many years. So put them in oil, let them sit in there for a little bit, and typically a few hours, and then you're good to go. I mean, that's pretty much it. And then you slide the new clutch in, boom, 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 and there you go. Do not buy a used clutch on eBay. Period. Don't do it. I see a lot of people selling clutches with the whole basket. They're selling, really what they're selling is the basket, but they're selling you the whole clutch and basket. Never buy those because it is a one clutch. You're taking a one clutch that you do not know how it was ridden, what the bike went through, the hell it's gone through, if the person was just learning how to ride and smoked the clutch a lot. You really don't know what you're buying when you buy a clutch on eBay. And I don't care if it was me or someone who has no experience in this, never buy a clutch on eBay. Even if they tell you it's used but like new, then why would you be selling it? When you think about what you have to do to get the clutch out, just don't do that. Always buy a new clutch. They're cheap enough and they are readily available. And remember, you got the whole engine family, the KE, the KD, the KM, the KH, the G3. All those take the same family of clutches. So that's a good thing right there. You want to make sure you're doing that. Other than that, you're good to go. So hopefully that helps. There's not really much to it, but like I said, if you need to send me a message, go right ahead. You can get me on Instagram, Facebook, whatchamacallit there, all over. Okay, yeah, so there you go, from Bike Man, the OEM, yeah, perfect, that's all you need. Yep, the OEM is always the best. If you can get an OEM clutch or OEM spec, that's what you want. That's perfect. Perfect. Ooh, I'm trying to think. Is there anything else I can think of? Oh, and just real quick, when you take that clutch cover off, you want to make sure you have the O-ring around the intake, and then there's a little whatchamacallit there, a little metal pipe with a black O-ring around that one. That's for the oiler. You want to make sure those two are in there, and then you don't forget your clutch, the center bearing. You want to always make sure you put that center bearing in after the end. It pops right off. Sometimes you go, what the heck is this thing? It's about the size of a quarter, and it looks like a dome with a bearing in the middle of it. That is for your clutch activation. And I can't tell you how many times people have left that out. So you always want to make sure you put that clutch bearing in there, because without that, you're going to have a problem. You're going to put the whole thing back together, and then you're going to pull the clutch, and it's just going to go in and stay in, and then you're not going to nothing to be able to do about it. Hey, Larry. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, there's not, like I said, there's just a few things. but nothing crazy. So there's 3 things you have to watch out for. Like I said, the bearing, the seal for the intake, and the little transfer pipe. So cool. Man, I cannot believe it's almost Friday, almost the weekend. It's just been crazy. It's been crazy. I'm what do you call it? Like I said, I'm looking forward to the weekend. Definitely looking forward to the weekend. So, to the weekend. So we got let's see. Oh, we have that KE100 on the stand. We're gonna fire that up this weekend. I want to get that started. We got to put the carburetor on it, bleed up the oil pump, put the oil in it, and fire that up. That has bad crank bearings and seals. We're going to be doing that as well. So that is the second thing we're doing this weekend. Working on the, what do you call it, the DT400 and the KE100 engine. We got to get that thing stripped down, torn down, so we can put new crank seals and bearings into it, because the crank bearings are bad. So we're going to do that, and that'll be a huge thing. Two big nuggets off the top of the pile. I have a 120 engine. Yep, this is the 120 engine that will not shift. So we have a lot of engine stuff, a lot of engine problems, and so it's going to be a lot of good content coming up with just engine related stuff, without the bikes, engine related stuff. So we're going to be doing some heavy diagnostics into that type of stuff. So it's going to be.
Did you give Andrew his tablet?
I did not. So yeah, we're going to have what do you call it? That coming up. So it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of stuff, guys. A lot of stuff. And of course, we're going to be cutting a cylinder head. So we have that coming up for Brian's bike. And he's ordered a transmission. So we're going to do all that kind of in one series. So we're going to do that in one series and finish that stuff up. So not too bad. And just get caught up. That's really what it's going to be over the next few weeks. Just going to get caught up with some of these bikes, get these things done and out, and hopefully clear the roster, because we really need to. We got to clear the roster so I can start working on my bikes. I have a lot of crazy one-off stuff. I have supporting videos that is, well, when you see what I'm going to do to Brian's bike, I'm going to be teaching you guys a lot about porting, volume, and how to check all this stuff, and what you can expect to get for power gains and that sort of thing. So there's going to be a lot of stuff in there. A lot of years of experience you guys are going to be seeing in action really soon. And it's all stuff that you can do to your own bikes. And a lot of it doesn't really have any specialty tools. So I think that's really what's going to be cool about it, is it's something that you guys can do at home, Put the video first. I was wondering who was going to put. Yeah. Well, I'm not in competition with Dale. Dale has his channel, and it's an awesome channel, Larry. So, but yeah, we'll be doing it this weekend, doing some stuff. So, yep, it's pretty cool. Like I said, Dale is a great friend of the channel, and I'm happy that he's growing. So, and when you get someone with that type of talent, and I have a big following here on this channel, so it was the right thing to do to send people over to Dale as well, because he's a phenomenal. He's an artist when he works on bikes, and I can't say enough good things about him. And being a friend, that's what you got to do. So, and share his channel, and definitely help him grow, because he deserves it. He's been doing it for a while, and he just started doing a YouTube channel a couple of years ago, and like mine, it was slow to take off. And really what it comes down to is the exposure. And as you grow as a YouTuber and you start putting out content and you start to build traction, that's really what propels you forward. And being true to your subscribers, making sure that you communicate with them, you talk with them, you interact with them, and when you're doing these type of things, one of the things is to be able to answer questions and to do something like we're doing tonight. I do the YouTube, the live chat. I wasn't even sure how to do that at first when I first started doing it, but it was another line of communication, and it brings us as a community closer together. I've talked with many of you guys on the phone, through text, through just on the phone. I've talked with many of you guys on Instagram and Facebook, and or just even in YouTube itself. So, through the conversation, many of you guys, even from other countries, I've had people, with love from Pakistan, from all over the place. I mean, UK, you name it, it's literally all over India, the Philippines. I mean, literally everywhere. I mean, the reach that we have right now on this channel has just been mind blowing. Canada. I mean, everybody's represented here. If you have access to YouTube and you have a bike and you look up K100, you're gonna run into one of my videos. If it's a repair video, you're definitely going to be running into it. There are a lot of YouTube videos for the KEs and all that, but they're basically all just, this is my bike, this, the red line rebuild. They have a video, but it's a time lapse video. It's so quick, and they don't give any specifications, and there's no information on the bike. They put out content to put it out. They have millions of subscribers, so they have that channel. That video has millions of views, which puts that higher up than my videos because I don't have millions of subscribers. But that's okay. I have something better. I have a community of bikers that watch my content and learn from it. Unlike that video where you don't learn nothing, you just done. 30 minutes. See ya. No, it's not like that. We do realistic, we're learning. I'm teaching you guys how to do specific things specifically, and guiding you guys, interacting with you guys, and teaching you guys. And that's what separates us from everyone else. So that's why we're at 7,000, which I still can't believe. I'm honored, So it's one of those type of things. It's really been an adventure, to say the least. I mean, even through COVID and all that, we're able to we're able to keep pressing and building and building and growing this community of bikers that we have here, and which is really, really awesome. So I thoroughly enjoy it, and we're just going to keep going. Who knows where we're going to be? Who knows where it's going to take us? Who knows what's going to happen? I can't tell you how many times on this adventure I thought about quitting. When you get to a point like Dale, like he was saying, he's like, Kevin, I haven't grown. I hit a plateau. I haven't had any subscribers. I'm like, I've been there. You got to keep going. You got to overlook that. And then you get caught up in the analytics and, the reach and who you're hitting. You just keep going, keep building it. Just keep going. Don't look at the stats. Don't look at the algorithms. Don't look at any of that. Just keep building your channel. Just focus on your channel. Don't worry about the graph. We don't care about that. We don't care about, how many subscribers we get in a week or how many we get in a month. We don't care about that. We care about growing the channel and putting the content out. When you put the subscribers first, your channel will grow, period. That's the bottom line. And that's what I did. And even when I got demonetized, because I didn't have 1,000 subscribers back then, there's a video on that. I was really sore about YouTube. I didn't care. I'm like, I'm putting you guys first. I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing because I'm getting a positive reach. And before I knew it, I had 1,000 subscribers, and I was able to get remonetized again. And now it was a huge blessing, and it worked out really, really well. So if you do have a YouTube channel on YouTube, keep growing it regardless. Don't worry about stats. Don't worry about numbers. Don't worry about graphs. They're useless. Just keep building. Just keep pressing forward. The show must go on. Keep going. Don't stop. Just go right through the snowbank. Go right through the snowbank. So, yep, go right through it. Because there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Definitely a light at the end of the tunnel. Oh man, I'll tell you, I am tired. Ooh. It's nice to be 40 hours, I'll tell you that. But for you guys who just you get your bike and you just got it. I had a guy saying, "Kevin, I'm 16 years old." That's amazing to me. I'm very honored to have a young person working on their bike, and I'm happy to teach you. So, nah, you can't. You just gotta keep pressing on, Larry. You just gotta keep building it and keep going forward. There's too much to do. Like I said, we're gonna hit it pretty hard this weekend on purpose, and just to get some stuff done and out. And we have. I want to just crank it out, So I'm not gonna post all the videos in one day. I'm gonna do like the one video and just kind of carry it throughout the week, and just keep boom, 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 boom. We'll do that and just do the series. Get that part of it done. So I don't want to get burnt out. But I also winter's coming up quick, and I want to get this things out of here, because I have a plethora. I got some crazy stuff going on that you're gonna see. You're gonna really enjoy some of the content coming up and what we're gonna be doing. So, my dog with a sock. So, oh yeah, Brian, you're gonna love that type of stuff when you see it. But yeah, come on, buddy. Oh my god. So, Brian's bike. We're gonna be doing some porting, transmission change from a 4 to a 5-speed. I've been on the phone with Brian talking back and forth about the plans for the bike. He wants to make a GT80 sleeper, kind of like mine. He saw the high compression head thing I did, and he wanted to do some of that type of stuff to his bike. And basically, you want to take an old bike and you want to liven it up. See, the problem with the GT80 is it's only a 72cc bike. It's not even an 80. So it's the bike that I call the liar bike. My KV75 has the same displacement as that bike. So we're going to take that GT80 and we're going to pump a little bit of life into it. When you ride the bike, you're not going to think it's an 80, a 72cc. You're going to think it's a true 80, and we're going to get some power out of that bike. That's what we're going to do. So that's going to be fun. I can't wait. I can't wait to get started on that. High compression head. We're going to do some stuff. We're going to do baffles. We're going to play around with that. So a little bit of customization. But the true thing is going to be the porting. The porting is going to be awesome once I get that ported. And when you do all the type of stuff, it's also going to change the sound of the bike. We're going to try to get that more ching, 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 ching sound out of it. So it should be fun. We're gonna have a blast doing that. So, well, anyway, guys, it's coming up on that time. So I'm going to call it night. I am exhausted. I am burnt out tonight. So I'm going to say thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for all your thumbs up. 8 thumbs up I see up there. That's awesome. I really do appreciate all your support. And thank you guys for hanging out with me on Twist and Throttle Thursday. And we'll see what we can do. Maybe for a 2-stroke Tuesday in the near future. Won't be next week. I can tell you that. Next week, I'm not gonna be able to do a live chat next week, but we got some stuff coming up. So we'll see you guys there. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and I am out. Have a good night.